Hello students, all is well. Welcome to our science class. This is part 2 from chapter 11, that is transportation in animals and plants. Our first topic in this part is excretion. During activities, animal body produces a variety of materials which are not required within the body. For example, carbon dioxide given out during respiration is collected by blood and is expelled through lungs while breathing out. Again, waste food and other undigested materials are passed out of the food pipe through anus. Excess sugar, if any, is converted into glycogen in the liver and is stored in liver for future use. Protein waste coming out from dead cells and other life activities are converted into ammonia and urea and are pushed out of the body in two ways, that is sweat and urine. Our next topic is excretion in amoeba and some other unicellular organisms. Amoeba is unicellular organism that lacks special excretory organs for passing out waste products from its body. Excretion of carbon dioxide and dissolved waste material in amoeba, paramecium and hydra, which live in water, is through their skin, and it is done by diffusion. However, solid waste is excreted out through the process of ejection. On the screen you can see the process of ejection in amoeba, that is, first of all, the food particle is engulfed by the amoeba with the help of pseudopodia. Here you can see the pseudopodia are formed and the food is engulfed by it. Food vacuole is formed, means the food is stored in the food vacuole, and then after digestion of this food, the undigested part is ejected out of the body of amoeba. This process is called as ejection. Next we are going to study about excretion in human. On the screen you can see human excretory system. It is composed of a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureter, a urinary bladder and urethra. As we have seen earlier that carbon dioxide is removed as waste from the body through the lungs during exhalation, the skin removes excess water, salt, urea and uric acid from the body in the form of sweat. When our cells perform their functions, certain waste products are released. These are toxic and hence need to be removed from the body. The process of removal of waste produced in the cells of the living organisms is called as excretion. The parts involved in excretion form the excretory system, as you can see on the screen. The waste which is present in the blood has to be removed from the body. This is done by the blood capillaries in the kidneys. So, kidneys are pair of red bean-shaped organs. The blood collects the waste from all over the body, and when that blood flows through the kidneys collect these waste from the blood and forms urine. You know that 95% of urine is just water, 2.5% is urea and 2.5% is other waste products. From the kidneys, the urine goes into two tubes called as ureters, and then it gets stored into the urinary bladder for a short time. It is passed through the urinary opening at the end of muscular tube called as urethra. And this process of eliminating harmful substances from the body of living organisms is called as excretion. In short, human excretory system comprises of kidneys, which are a pair of reddish bean-shaped organs, two tubes called as ureters, and a urinary bladder that stores urine, and a urethra which passes out urine. If the urine is not working properly, then dialysis is the method by which the pure blood is again transferred to the body of the patient. So we are going to study about dialysis. Kidneys are vital organs for survival. Several factors like infections, injury, or restricted blood flow to the kidneys reduce the activity of kidneys. This leads to accumulation of poisonous waste in the body, which can even lead to death. In case of kidney failure, an artificial kidney can be used, which is a device to remove nitrogenous waste products from the blood through dialysis, and this is also called as dialyzer. An artificial kidney contains a number of tubes with a semi-permeable lining suspended in a tank filled with dialyzing fluid. You can see on the screen, this is dialyzing filter, and the blood is taken out from the body of the patient and it is passed through the dialyzing filter, and again purified blood is transferred to the body of the patient. The patient's blood passed through the tubes. During this passage, the waste products from the blood passed into dialyzing fluid and the purified blood is pumped back into the patient. This is similar to the function of kidney, but it is different since there is no absorption involved. In kidneys, reabsorption takes place, but in this dialyzer or in dialysis, the reabsorption cannot possible. Normally, in a healthy adult, the initial filtrate in the kidney is also 180 liter per day. Now, we are going to study about the sweating, which is also a part of excretion. Sweating is also a form of excretion. It is also called as perspiration. Our skin bears sweat glands which opens out on the surface of the skin through minute pores. You can see on the screen there is a sweat gland which opens on the surface of the skin. Sweat glands collect dilute solution of salts and protein waste from the blood. Means in our sweat, salts are there. This is sweat, and sweating is more when it is hot and humid or when one exercises.